Hello, friends. I am happy that you are here to attend my introductory workshop on Gestalt therapy. Gestalt therapy is a very interesting area which is relatively much modern in psychotherapy. Gestalt is a term which is originally a German term, and usually it is not translated into any other language, because then it loses its flavor. So, in Gestalt therapy, we try to look into the various aspects of an individual holistically. Gestalt term actually refers to holisticness, order, symmetry, and something which is like a unified whole. So, we consider this world in a very deep sense, and we do not want to lose its original spirit of the German language which it conveys. So I start giving you this my PPT, which is named as World and Worlds of Gestalt. So here is my first PPT. World and Worlds of Gestalt. So I will give you its description. Second. Yes, this is about myself. I am Professor Kailash Tuli, and I am a consulting psychologist, and my email is also given. I start with one very important quotation, which is from Socrates. Socrates said, "We invite you to explore together." As so, Socrates said, from the doubt, from objection to objection, one can arrive at the definition of meaning of an idea in different fields: psychotherapy, social and human rights, education, organization, research. This quotation is mainly to give you an idea that it's not I, but it's we. And that is also the spirit of Gestalt, that everything in this universe is not individual, it's an integrated. So we use usually the concept of collectiveness, something like togetherness, something which is like a holistic kind of concept. So since the things are highly interconnected, so we, in that context, we try to use the term Gestalt, which mainly represents togetherness, holisticness of the things. So this PPT I have created in a slightly different manner, in which one subject itself introducing to you. So Gestalt is a subject, but as a person, Gestalt is introducing to you. So my this PPT reads like I, me, Gestalt. I am Gestalt. I am Gestalt by birth, German, loved globally, and the English speaking world has accepted me in my originality, because that is my character. Be original, so I exist in English dictionaries. My name signifies all about integration, totality, holistic completeness, and sum total of all. I stand for form, configuration, shape, essence, manner, harmony, unified patterns. I am like the holistic, so you may call me holistic. My roots, my historical background is that it's Fritz and Laura Perls and Hefferlin and Paul Goodman. They are like my conceivers in 1950s. So approximately it's a 70-year-old therapy. Prior to that, in concept, I was in Gestalt theory based on phenomenology and not structuralism. Because in phenomenology, we study the phenomena as a whole and we don't break these things into separate segments. Uh, I, as a Gestalt, was born in 1950s, flourishing in 70s, and going young day by day in my here and now. So this term here and now is something which is very, very central term in Gestalt. Now, very much in harmony with phenomenological school, humanistic, existential, transcultural analysis, transactional analysis, and spirituality, including Zen. I am in alliance with human potential movement. Space and time are most significant to me. So I would put it like this, that I remember past, I foresee future, but I live in the present. It is my now. This moment of my is my present. Real world around me is my here. So with love, I call it here and now. Do you live in here and now? Yes, you have to think about it. Introspect and share the truth. The people, the place around you is your here. And these moments right now, in this time, is your present. So we both merge to create the term here and now. What is time? This is some very interesting question, and but it's a bit of your imagination. It requires your imagination. Imagine the year 0000, because now it is 2020, 2020. But this 2020 has arrived from a very long time, and it was when 000. That is at the time when, after Christ, this new calendar was started. And now it is 2020. And then there would be also a year 2500. That is roughly after 300 years, after about 500 years, we will have the year 2500. So where are you now? Please do a bit of exercise. Plot all this on a graph. So you take a sheet of paper, like A4 sheet of paper, use it horizontally, and try to mark your life streak in these 2500 years. So you put 0 on one end and 2500 years on the other end, and in between, according to the some approximate ratio, you mark that where are you, when were you born, and what is the present year, that is to 2020. So the human beings existed, and will exist. So this is the present, past, and future, that in this pattern. So the human beings have been coming in this time and going, and like that it goes on and on. History has always been a reality which existed, that past comes alive in present. So when you think of something old event, so that is your past. But historically, when you remember, then your that past comes into the present moment. So thank you, and now you are with me. This is Gestalt. So let's celebrate it by saying Yahoo, Yahoo. We have found the Gestalt. Yahoo, Gestalt. Now there is another interesting concept, that is the concept of the space. I request you to see the video Powers of 10 for these for about 9 minutes. It is perhaps the most amazing journey packed in the 9 minutes to the truth of the universe. Journey is stupendously micro to macro to micro. Human beings somewhere in between. It's like a normal distribution curve, the universal reality curve, as I call it. So when finished, then you return to me after this 9 minute of video. Close your eyes, relax, have a deep breath, meditate, and experience the space. Are you now with me in our here and now? Yes, that's great. That is Gestalt. So eureka, eureka, eureka. So you have found the Gestalt. Now in Gestalt, as I progress, I give you some more concepts. So the second concept which I want to make very clear to you is the concept of the awareness. Awareness is like that you are feeling yourself. You are alive. You are a human being. You know what is happening to you. Like I am sitting, so I know that I am sitting on a place. I am breathing. I am talking. I am looking into a laptop, or I am addressing my lecture to you. So this is another characteristics. And in simple words, in Gestalt, we would say that know thyself. You should know yourself. Now the second part is the feel yourself. Feel yourself is a very interesting activity in which you sit in a relaxed way. You just warm up your hands and put your hands on your chin on this. And maybe you can close your eyes, or maybe you can watch me first, and then you can do this exercise. And then very gradually you feel this. So you feel your body and say, "This is me." Like I am moving my hands from my chin to my cheeks to my ear, this side, and finally to eyebrows, and I go to my center of the forehead. Here I pause for a few seconds and I feel myself that this is me. I need to say to myself that this is me. Then I continue, left hand goes to right hand, and right hand goes to the left hand side, and I keep on moving my hand like this, like this, like this, like this, and I come down to my neck. From my neck, here I take a pause, and from here I give a kind of self hug to myself. I embrace myself, and then from this portion of the arms, my hands will go like this. So, and give a little pressure to your arms. So, your left hand is on the right arm, and your right hand is on the left arm. So, like that, you come like this, you feel yourself so that you can know yourself, your skin, your body, your strength. And when your hands come here together, then you put your hands together in your neck, and that completes one round. And then have a deep, deep breath. Relax, relax, relax. This is your feeling of yourself. You have found yourself. You are with you. So if your body is a kind of functional thing, the kind of biological machine, then you have felt it in a very spiritual sense, in a true sense, so you become aware about yourself. This awareness you can always do like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and saying always that this is me. Okay, so as we continue our journey in the field of Gestalt psychology, so there would be another things which I am going to tell you. One concept is the concept of the boundaries. Boundaries is what you are and what you are not. Because as a human being, we have a finite body, but the earth or the world is infinite. So we are like a moving human body, moving organism, living in a very quite big world. So, but then there is a limit between you and the human body. I very oftenly ask some question, and before I really tell you the answer, you should know that what I mean. What is the outermost limit of the human body? That is, if you are a human being, and then if I ask you that what is the outermost limit of your body, so you have to feel something like this. So actually, many people give very vague answers, but the true answer is very simple. The skin is the outermost limit of the organism. That means from the skin, the organism finishes, but just beyond the skin, environment starts. So environment and organism, they are like a kind of moving uh, in a very fluid way in with each other. So every human being, or even for that matter, any living being, maybe a dog or a cat or a horse, so they all have their body, and say beyond the skin, the environment starts. So this line of division is called boundaries. Boundaries mean this is me and this is not me. This is me, this is not me. This is me. This table is not me. This is me. These specs are not me. So, beyond your body and the environment, when you feel, then you know this line of demarcation. Environment concurrently engulfs you. So, our environment is so great, so huge, that every time it gives us a kind of envelope in which we are living. Now, by the way, it's a very interesting thing and a very unique kind of concept which you should also know. That environment consists of three main components. That is called the nature. Then second environment is man-made, and third is the social. So I try to explain you so that you can really grasp this concept of nature, man-made, and social environment. Natural environment consists of all those elements which have been created by nature, like Earth itself, such a huge, huge planet, water, which is again very huge, like in millions of kilometers of sea or rivers or waterfalls or lakes like that. Air, that's always everywhere on the earth. Then thunder, which happens in the sky. Clouds, again in the sky. Then you have fire, energy, and other things in this space. So you just cannot miss it because nature is always there. Maybe that sometimes you are enclosed in your room or you are in a very, say, like a bunker kind of thing. That doesn't mean that the environment is not there. Your environment may be restricted, but it is always there. So the environment is very essential part of the human beings, and like that we go further into its analysis. So natural environment refers to all those things which have been created by the nature, which I mean in which man has only, I would say, polluted but not created. Then the second is the man-made environment. Man-made environment starts from your garments and right into the space. So the shirt which I am wearing is a man-made thing. The shoes which I am wearing, they are the man-made thing. So there are so many things in fact, I would say millions and millions of things which have been created by human beings. So when you look at the buildings, bridges, metros, cars, earrings, mobiles, or maybe spacecraft, or aeroplane, or a big steamer, or a cruiser kind of ship, such a big like a huge town. So everything which you see like that is called as the man-made. Man-made things are those basically which have been created by human beings with the help of science and technology, and they are very much large in number. They are like in, I would say, millions. So ranging from a small, say, pin to any big thing like a torpedo or a tornado or something like a big cruise ship. So, or maybe huge buildings even, or something like very big flyovers. So all those things have been created by human being. Imagine that you are traveling in a train and the train is going to say mountains like Shimla and it is passing through various kinds of hills. So those hills are the man-made kind of thing, but the track and the train running on that has been created by the human being. And third very interesting environment in fact which you may never miss it is called the social. Social is all about other people, the other family, community, organization. So you have lovely people and hostile people. कुछ अच्छे लोग होंगे, कुछ खराब लोग होंगे. So you have saints in this world and you have terrorists also. So it is the human world. Human world is the world of other people. They may be very near and dear to you, or they may be very much animal, aggressive, or they may be hating to you, or maybe they are loving to you. So all this world, social world, consists of various kinds of relationships. That is the people around you. Now, it's a very interesting thing. I have opened up you to three different areas of our environment, nature, man-made, social. And every time they are so much mixed with each other. So you have to really sort it out sometimes, that what is natural, what is man-made, and what is social. So now you can see your environment. Uh, Language of responsibility. Now, this is about Gestalt. One of the good dictum of Gestalt is that I owe the responsibility, that this is what I do and I have done it. The language of responsibility is I did it. Now, this actually means that you are responsible for doing something, maybe good or maybe bad. I studied or I did not study. I worked hard or I did not work hard. Or the language of responsibility will be that this is my task and I will do it. This is my course and I have to finish it. This is my duty to help my, say, parents or society. So you do it. And even in the negative sense, some people have negative responsibility. They want to destroy the things and they feel a joy in that. That, oh, I could bomb up some building or some place like that. So that is called the language of responsibility or maybe irresponsibility. Now, the self expression of emotions and feeling. So, this is something which is very much, I would say, spontaneous. Mostly it is spontaneous, mostly it is true, but then you show them from time to time that this is your emotion, expressions, feeling. Now, in Gestalt, we use a very interesting term, is called should-ism. Should-ism is from the English word should. Should we do this? Should I go there? Should I respect someone? Should I agree with someone? Should I smoke or should I not smoke? Or anything like that in which you feel that you should or you should not. Now, this is a very core concept in Gestalt therapy, in which I would like to explain you a bit more. That your shouldisms should be described, should be rather defined by yourself rather than by the other people. So make your own, you can say, personal agenda, make your own personal curriculum, and make something according to your own, which you think that you should do or you should not. The shouldisms which are imposed upon you are often a problem. Sometimes they may be okay for you, and every time they may not be okay for you. So this is where you have to decide that what is shoudism and what you should do, what you should not do. It is very much related with your value system. It's very much related that what you want to do and what is right, what is wrong, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. And sometimes you do it like this, that though it is not good on my part, but yes, I did it. This is called owning the responsibility. Maybe you have done something wrong, but then try to admit it. Okay, this was my fault. I feel sorry for that. I should not have done that, but since I have done it, so now I repent, I say sorry for that. In Gestalt, we don't use denials. We don't use false excuses. So don't try to use like tricks or the words or the language which is meaningless. So in Gestalt psychology therapy, there is no lies. We never lie in Gestalt therapy. Gestalt is a very honest therapy. And you know, our Indian uh, national term, that is Satyamev Jayate. That is like the truth is always the winner, and it's very close to the concept of Gestalt. So my Gestalt word includes and that is what I am. As we move further, I bring more and more concepts to you. Another concept which I want to make clear to you is called figure and ground. Figure and ground is something very interesting phenomenon, that wherever you are sitting, so there is something which catches your attention as a central thing, and something which is around that is called the background. The relation is like what is the figure and on which background, and it keeps on changing. Prominence of figure with respect to background is available, is a variable, is a kind of thing which keeps on changing. The, there are times in which the same background and now figure emerge. I will just give you a little demonstration. Here I have a little this Swiss ball or exercise ball. Now this is a kind of object. So here I call this as the figure. It is the central theme. But the things around this are the environment. I am holding it in my hands, so I am environment to this Swiss ball. Or I am keeping it here on my head, so this is something like which I am holding this ball. So like that, you will find that figure and ground, they keep on changing. Even when you are sitting, you are a figure, but when you move, say, from one place to another, from one room to another, from, say, drawing room to kitchen, or from kitchen to a playground, or maybe from a playground to a swimming pool. So then figure, as a figure, you remain the same, but your ground keeps on changing. So it's like a kaleidoscopic world. Like in a kaleidoscopic world, we keep on changing from one thing to the other. But this relationship is very much interesting. It's an indication of dynamism of the things. So there are times in which on the same background, new figure emerges. So on the same place, like here now I am sitting, but maybe if I leave this place and I can put this Swiss ball here, so the ground remains the same, but the figure changes. So like that. So it's a very fascinating, it's a changing like a kaleidoscope relationship. So as you know, in a very lovely toy of children, this kaleidoscope, it keeps on changing, but every time there are new patterns. Unfinished agenda is something in which we have many things in our life which we keep on doing. Things of the past, they keep on lingering and spoiling the present. If you haven't done anything, maybe even if you have not finished your, say, homework, or maybe if you had to cook something and you have not finished your cooking, or maybe you started a book to read and you have not finished the book and you had a agenda to finish it, say, in a week's time or like that. So anything which is incomplete is called unfinished agenda. I bring it to typical human conversation. Sometimes you are talking with your friend or with your spouse or with your parents or children or like social relationship. And there you have many things of the past which keep on lingering and spoiling the present. So those things are called unfinished agenda. The things which you have not completed, which you have yet to finish, but they are spoiling your present. So they are something like a dragging force. You have moved something, you have taken few steps, but you have not finished those steps. So just resolve. The Gestalt psychotherapy concept would be that don't linger on. Try to resolve. Finish what you started. So anything which you have started, you need to finish it. This is called your very unique experience, which any psychotherapist or Gestalt psychotherapist would like to create in you, is the experience of past in the here and now. So face that terrible experience now. Resolve it in now. So right now is my slogan. This moment, this particular date, this particular time, this hour, and this particular moment right now, let's say as I am speaking to you and I am doing my professional task. So this is right now what I am doing. Express yourself in the present. Don't say that this is I had done or I will do. So what you are doing, tell that what you are doing. So this is your present. So live in the present, live in the present, live in the present is a very strong message from Gestalt. And Gestalt also tells you, finish the unfinished. Hmm? That's, so I will try to give you more concepts and maybe in a little bit time constraint. I will try to be a bit fast. My modus operandi. Now, this is my means Gestalt. As I told right you in the beginning, that this PPT is a dialogue between you and the Gestalt. I am only conveyor to you. So my modus operandi is I work very effectively with others in teams, in families, in organization. As a group psychotherapy, Gestalt is a very wonderful therapy. So you can use it for any family, you can use it for any classroom, you can use it for any team of your colleagues, or you can use it for any kind of organization. Then we have the dialogical dialogues. This is a very bit technical term in which we have a kind of conversation with other people with some reason, with some logic, and it keeps on floating from one person to the another and then back. That is forward and backward both. Gestalt rings are the connected with others. This is actually a kind of physical activity which perhaps online may not be possible to do you, but I will try to provide you some video in which this kind of things have been recorded. Then also how to motivate, and this is again using Gestalt group. So I would again try in the same video to show you this thing also. Then in the awareness exercise, we do some very simple thing, but I can give you a little glimpse of that, that you feel yourself feeling like this is my shoulders, this is my head, this is my ears, this is my eyes. So like that, you feel yourself. So like when you move your arms and then you feel that this is me. In conversations, you express yourself that this is me. And you are getting into the group spirit. Then another term is called peeling the onion. Peeling the onion is a concept which was given by Fritz Perl, that is to go into the human psyche step by step. As you know that when you peel the onion, the outer layers are very rough, dry, then gradually they are semi-rough kind of thing. Then as you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you find onion to be very, very soft. So it's not cutting the onion, but it is peeling the onion. Incidentally, there is a book written by Fritz Perl on peeling the onion, and many more come again. And also there would be a technique, empty chair, that is called finish the unfinished. I would also provide you a video to show the concept and training and maybe a little bit of exercise of showing you the empty chair. So now we become Gestalt friend. As a Gestalt introductory video, this PPTs, I have shown you a lot of things, and gradually you find that you are coming close to Gestalt. So we become Gestalt friends. Now I close it. This is a kind of very important. In a way, I call it very personal also, because this is a quotation by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, and he wrote Gitanjali with these opening lines in his first mystical poem entitled Prarthana. Prarthana is the first page poem on Gitanjali, and I repeat it before you. You can read it in any language. Original was in Bengali, then Hindi, English, and almost any language of the world. So these are the opening lines of Gitanjali, which in Hindi it reads, Prabhu, मेरे समस्त अहंकार को मेरी आंखों के पानी में डुबा दे, that hey Lord, that whatever entire my proud and arrogance and all those things are there, so they are like make them drowned in the tears of my eye. प्रभु मेरे समस्त अहंकार को मेरी आंखों के पानी में डुबा दे, मैं क्षण प्रतिक्षण अपने ही परिक्रमा करते करते क्षीण जर्जर होता जा रहा. That every moment I have been doing my praise. मैं मैंने ये किया, मैंने वो किया. So everything in which is too much of egoism is concentrated, and I have been doing it time and again. Like in a temple, people go around like the statue of a god or goddess. So like that, this is what I have been doing to my own self. And what happens in the process is that every moment I become weak, weak, weaker, and weakest. So kindly get me out of this, so that I should never be the this sense of proudness or this sense of infiniteness in me. So thank you, friends. I hope you would like it, and to a extent, I have given you introductory knowledge of Gestalt psychotherapy. Thank you very much. बंद कर दो, कोई बात नहीं, कर दिया. आपकी आवाज रिकॉर्ड हो गई है जी. नहीं हो तो काम चला गया था. आपकी आवाज रिकॉर्ड हो गई. हाँ, उस कमरे में. अरे आपकी आवाज रिकॉर्ड हो गई साथ साथ म्यूट नहीं किया आपने.